everybody, and welcome to PIF Talks with Life Coach University. It's so nice to be back with you guys again today. So I always want to set the intention of why I'm here in the first place. And Life Coach University, having these pay it forward PIF Talks is such a gift to everybody that wants to take part. Paying it forward is all about love and nothing more. That's the intention, is love. So if you get anything out of my call today, please pay it forward in any way that you see fit. It could be something big, it could be something small, it could be free, it doesn't matter. It doesn't take much. It could be the tiniest thing to help somebody with their day, a smile, opening a door, anything you can think of. So we thank you here at Life Coach University and the PIF Talks, and we hope to see more of you. So again, hello, everybody. I am Jodi Jackson, a manifestation coach. And I am here talking for the whole month of January, every day at this time at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time here in the United States. So we've been talking all week so far about how we live our truth. And for some, that's no easy feat. It could be like learning a language, and it takes practice. So all week long, I've been saying every day something new to think about so that we can live our truths. Because I am here to tell you, when we live our truths, when I live my truth, I feel free, I feel love, and believe it or not, I can drown out all the negativity around me. And how cool is that? So let's get started with today's subject, which is honesty. How honest a person are you? Now, to answer that question, we can think very quickly about, I'm an honest person, I don't lie. And, even if we tell little white lies, sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes, it's for the best. It's what I call the highest good, right? But when we really and truly think of honesty, the kind of honesty I'm asking you about right now is the honesty we are within ourselves. How honest are we with our own self? Right? That takes some thought. Think on a daily basis or with other people that ask us a question. How are you? How are you doing? How is your day today? Excuse me. Have a little sip. Are you being honest with them? Or are you just telling them what they want to hear? Kind of goes back a little bit to one of the days I was talking about, when you're around other people, are you yourself? So I know there's going to be people trickling in, but I see Deanne and Sweeta here. Welcome. And I want to ask you both, how honest are you when somebody says, how are you? I feel like it's okay. You don't want to bog people down with your problems, but you want to be as honest as you can, right? Because the goal here, and the reason you want to be honest, is because you want to get into the habit of being honest and not even having to think about telling the truth. You just know you are. Because if you are, then you're living your truth. right? And that's what this is all about. Are you living your truth? So let's think about how honest you are with yourself. If you're really unhappy about something, are you pushing it away, or are you running towards it to try to deal with it, to try to run into the fire and make this dissipate, put out that fire so you're not running away from it anymore? What do you think about what comes up for you when I say that? Are you running towards the fire, or are you running away from it? Because the more we run away from it, we're running away from our truth. So this is a pretty big one to think about when we talk about honesty and our truth. You running towards the fire, or are you running away from it? Someone says, I am usually quite honest with people I care about. I don't share myself with casual friends. You know, sweetie, that seems okay. It's up to you what you're going to share or not. If they're not asking you a question about you anyway, do what you want, right? You know, if you're only sharing what you're comfortable and the people that you're comfortable with, it sounds like you are living your truth. So go you. What else here? Communication. Why are you communicating with certain people and not with others, right? What makes you want to communicate with some people, like family, and not communicate with others? Can you answer that question? The why is, as I'm always saying, is so powerful. So let's see. My son is here listening to this PIF talk. He answered your question, running towards the fire. Oh, that's amazing. You must be such a good mom to have a son that is running towards the fire. My goodness, what are you teaching him? That he's willing to do that and not a runaway. Because our egos, you know, we were talking about our egos yesterday, and our egos always having us run away or think of the negative first. So I would love to hear more about that if your son is willing to share why he's okay with running to the fire. I just love that. Let's see. So if you can go there with the communication that I was just mentioning, why? Why are you okay going there with the communication? Is it easy? Why is it easy? If there's communication that you don't want to have with others, why? Why don't you want to have that communication with others? Is it an energy thing? Is it because it doesn't serve anything? It doesn't serve you? Would it serve you in a way if you communicated to people that you normally don't? And if it would serve you, how? If it's not going to serve you, and you know that, and it's not going to serve them, what's the reasoning? Why? He says, running towards the fire, you can get more confidence and you can get experience and you get to feel how it's like. Absolutely. Gosh, I just love this. I love these answers. It fuels me even more when I hear things like this. So I love the part about you get to feel how it's like, because it's like learning a language. I'm always using that, you know, like learning a language, because that's something that we could all relate to. Learning a new language takes practice, And if you really want it, you really, really want it, or if it's something even you have to do for a job or for school or something, you just do it and you do what it takes. And the more you practice, the better you get and the easier it gets, right? Because you get used to that feeling. So I love that so much. So if you're running away from something, you're running away from your honesty. Why are you running away from it, first of all? And if you come up with an answer that makes you feel, maybe I should be running towards this, even if it's going to make me uncomfortable, if it's going to help me grow. So I know I've spoke before about weathering the storm, and it just takes that first step. So if you can weather the storm and take just that first step and feel what it feels like. And here's the key: take a baby step. There's no reason to take a big step, no reason at all, especially if it's not going to serve you. Is it going to make you want to turn around and say, I don't want to do this anymore? Don't take a big step. You do not have to. Take a baby step, just something just outside that comfort zone, not way outside. So what's something that you can think of? And if you want, you can answer here or just think about it in your head. What is something you can do with something you were running away from that you could take that baby step? So if it's uncomfortable, it's only a little bit uncomfortable and not enough to make you want to run the other way and say, no way, I do not want to do this again. I do not like how this felt. What's a baby thing you can do so that it's so small you can think, okay, I tried that. It's uncomfortable, but it's not awful. If I could do just another one like this again, then maybe a day later, a week later, don't push yourself that far and that hard. Keep it easier for yourself. But now you've taken 2 steps. And then if you want to take another step, have you ever heard the saying, if you improve 1% a day, you have improved 365% in that year? And it's because you're taking that baby step every single day. But let's take it less than that. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you, don't take that 1% every single day. Take that 1% when you feel ready to take that next step. That's a big part of it. You might see me looking at the clock a little bit more today because I looked over and it was already 20 minutes gone. So, and shoot, and I forgot what I was saying now. Okay, getting older. Take that step when you're ready. That is so key. You have to be ready. Don't push yourself too hard. Be ready. One of the reasons I got into coaching and I knew it was the right fit is because I've always been about baby steps. Always, always, always. Before I even knew what coaching was, it was just something that I felt was better for me. There were people around me in school that could get great grades on tests and be really good in gym class and climb that rope all the way to the top and whatever they could do. And I thought, that's not me. I can't do it. And for a long time, I was uncomfortable with that. But once you get honest with yourself, and it took me to my adulthood, right? Because there's so much we're learning as children. But when I got to the adulthood, in my 20s, maybe, I started saying, this is what I'm comfortable with. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take baby steps and let the other people that could do it a different way, let them do it. if people are watching me, they're going to see that I'm getting there just in a different way. So if you care about what people think, but you want to do what's comfortable, what's right for you, fine. You know it works for you. If anything, you're going to show people another way it could be done. You know, I wonder half the time how much we're really helping people and we don't even really realize it because we're just being ourselves anyway. You know I make this conscious effort. I have this intention as a coach now to help people. But one of my thoughts when I get to the pearly gates someday, or, you know, wherever I'm going, when, you know, I'm done on this plane, one of the things that just being a naturally curious person, I'd love to know is how many people was I able to help in this lifetime that I had no idea that I helped? Sort of like that movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Have you ever seen that movie? He helped so many people by just being him. If you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It's a Christmas movie, so it was just on a million times, but it's got such a good message. So It's a Wonderful Life. If you want a really feel good movie, sad, but feel good at the end. So results. What will the results be of being honest? Think of a time when you wouldn't normally be honest, but you're taking that little baby step and you're gonna be honest. What's a result you'll get from that honesty? Somebody maybe you're not normally honest with. The flip side is what will be a result if you're not honest? And if you've done that already, you can think of what that result is. If you're ever intentionally not honest with somebody. My 7-year-old son says, there is always someone that is better than you, and there is always someone that is not as good as you. You never have to try to get as cool or as good or boast to people, but you can just stay how you are, and that's fine. And the fact that your son is 7 years old and saying something like this is such a testament to you and him alike. I thank you so much for letting me know what he's saying. Amazing. It's kind of, let you see I'm at a loss for words. It kind of boggles the mind. It kind of does and it doesn't. The first thing I was thinking, it kind of boggles the mind to think how many people do care about what they don't need to care about, right? That's probably more people than not. And why? And this is why it's such a testament to you and your son that are saying these things. It's our environment, it's our family. We're taught to grow up to have the ego come through first and say, nope, don't do that. Nope, don't go there. The ego is me protecting you. I'm going to protect you. Don't go there. Rather than staying childlike and looking through those childlike eyes as you get older, which it looks like exactly what your son is doing. He's still 7 and he's got these childlike eyes. I hope you never change, ever change. You will get through life so much easier and so much more confident if you see life through a child's eyes. A child's eyes is naturally curious, right? So with this last question I asked, what will the result be of being honest versus not honest? So let me go to the Q&A box just before we're done. I use give the socially okay answer, which is fine, great, okay. Now I say tired, excited, feeling really great, etc. You know why I love that so much? Because I feel like so many people are expecting that automatic answer. Oh, I'm great, thanks, you? And it makes them think just that little bit more when you say what you're really feeling. I'm feeling tired. Oh, maybe they're going to say, oh, really? Why? Or even if they don't, it lets them know it's okay for them to be tired because they heard someone else say it. So thank you so much for saying that. I love that input that you just gave. So I want to thank you all for coming to Life Coach University and the PIF Talks. It's always such a pleasure. I hope you get as much out of it as I get from what you give to me. PIF Talks are, like I said, done out of love and nothing but love. So if you feel so implored to go do something, make somebody smile, pay it forward in your own way, please, please do. And tell your friends about these PIF Talks. I get so into what I'm doing, I forget to even say that. Tell your friends about the PIF Talks. Have them come in and join. Let's make this a ripple effect. So it goes on and on and on. And that love just goes wider and wider. And my very last thing I would like to say is Kelly Turner is up next today with her full 1 hour PIF talk at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So that's coming up very soon. She's going to be talking about authentically rising. So if you're loving this and you want to stay authentic, go in and see Kelly. She's amazing. Know her personally, and she is the epitome of authentic. So if you want to stay in this feeling, join Kelly at 3 o'clock. Thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow. Love to you all. Mwah. Bye.
When you want something else to change, all you have to do, I will tell you. What you have to do is change yourself. All you have to do is pay it forward in your mind. All you have to do is pay it forward with a smile. You can smile at anybody, hoping that they smile